Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
This is Steven Espinosa from Showtime Sports. Shout out to Money Brown TV. What's up, Brian Custer from Showtime Championship Boxing. I gotta give a big shout out to Money Brown TV.
Give a shout out to Money Brown TV from the punchline.
Hey, yeah, Money Brown, we on the way up, baby. Yeah, I told you we're coming up, baby. Look at us now.
Yo, what's going on after the fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on two big dogs at the welterweight division. We have the King, Errol the True Spence Jr. We all know the WBC and IBF Unified World Champion is taking on Manny Pacquiao August the 21st in a mega pay-per-view showdown for the passing of the torch. Then we have Keith, one-time Thurman, who is the former Unified Champion, who held the WBC and the WBA Super at the division. And now Keith Thurman is letting Errol Spence know, that he wants to fight and that the fight is bigger than ever, right? And that, Errol can't run forever. That's what he basically saying. You can't run from me forever. Will we fight? He don't know. I want y'all to listen to what Keith had to say to ESJ, and I'll be back with the great assessment, family.
Humans are very emotional. I think there's going to be a time and a place, and I think that time and place is coming soon. If he keeps denying that this matchup is one of the greatest matchups that boxing can have right here, right now. Young, athletic, in their prime fighters. I want the fight. This is supposed to be my fight. I wanted to beat Manny Pacquiao, then fight Errol Spence in 2020. So in a way, because I dropped the ball, he doesn't have to see me today. Is he gonna have to not see me ever? We'll see. That's everyone's bottom line and story. It's whack, okay? You would have got paid pebbles. Now you're gonna get paid, a big gold chest, The value of Keith Thurman, the value of Errol Spence, the world recognition of who Keith Thurman and Errol Spence is bigger than ever. So the fight would automatically be bigger and better today than it ever would have been yesterday. So if you want to be upset of me being in a politically powerful position and not taking that step, but who Keith Thurman is not some up-and-comer who doesn't hold a lot of value. So to devalue who I am in this moment doesn't make sense. When I devalued you, your value was devalued. And that's me being honest.
Now, as y'all heard Thurman talk, he's giving this assessment on what he felt like the fight, when it should have happened and what was going to happen. Now, this is the thing. He said the fight is bigger and better today than it even was yesterday. Well, we know the fight is big and better today because Errol Spence made himself a bigger and hotter name. You feel me? A way hotter commodity, and he surpassed you. You feel me? Errol Spence is bigger than Keith Thurman at the time when Keith Thurman had 2 titles as well. But nonetheless, Thurman was, the number one welterweight in the world. You can't deny that. Now, when Errol was coming up, yes, you could try to say you can devalue him at that time when he didn't have a scrap. I'm going to give you that. But Keith, when you became Unified Champion, bro, and when Errol Spence won the IBF, homie, the fight was hot. It was hot as fish grease. And you still would have made good money. Let's keep it real. You still would have made good money. It seemed like you didn't want none of that work with Errol the True Spence Jr. Let's just call it for what it is, bro. Let's call it for what it is. You're saying your plan was to fight Manny Pacquiao, beat Manny Pacquiao, and then fight Errol Spence in 2020. Because that was the Olympic year. I'm not buying that shit, Keith. I'm not buying it. On the simple fact of, it was a time where you wanted to fight Jeff Horn. You feel me? But you was dismissing Errol Spence. It was a time where you wanted to fight Conor McGregor. But you was dismissing Errol Spence. You feel me? And when you came back and you fought Jose Cito Lopez, you said you was hurt, this, that, and the third. But somehow you was in good enough shape to face Manny Pacquiao in 2019. And my whole thing was, if you was in good enough shape to face a Manny Pacquiao, you was in good enough shape to face a Errol Spence. Because Manny Pacquiao is no pushover. Manny Pacquiao is the top of the top. Manny Pacquiao is the cream of the crop, regardless of what you say. And if you can whip yourself back in shape to face Manny Pacquiao, you damn sure can whip yourself in shape to face this man right here, Earl the True Spence Jr. You feel me? Now that Earl has turned the tables and he put himself in position to be the king of the welterweight division, and you acknowledge him as the king of the welterweight division, I mean, is nowhere around it. You have to acknowledge him being a unified champion, facing who he facing and who he beat, going on his 4th pay-per-view in a row, right? You have to acknowledge him as the #1 welterweight. But at the same time, Keith, you know for a fact that you try to say, oh, my political powers when I devour, that Earl was still in a great position and you still would have made good money, bro, when he was the champion. So let's cut the bullshit out. Let's cut the bullshit out, bro. You know, you was trying to play the power dog, play the big dog, right? Because you was in position and you knew you held that leverage. You knew you held that leverage to say, well, I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to fight you when I want to fight you. You knew you held that leverage, Keith. And you was trying to play the big dog position. And I don't knock you. When you're #1, okay, I get it. Things of that nature. You do have the perks and this and that. But it's funny how tasting your own medicine, you feel me, makes you sick. And y'all read it. It's funny. Because now y'all in the same position and the tables has turned. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, Earl's saying that he's not fighting you. That you get under his skin. And I will agree. The fight is still one hell of a fight. Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence Jr. is still one hell of a fight. It's a fight that I want to see, and I think it's a fight that the fans want to see. And it will be entertaining in the ring because, like I say, style makes fights. Keith Thurman do fight the first 6 rounds, then he try to box the last 6. And he's going to have to try to be smart against Errol the True Spence Jr. But Errol Spence is taking on Manny Pacquiao. You saying this fight is happening because you dropped the ball and this, that, and the third. That could have some substance to it. Because if you would have beat Manny Pacquiao, you would have been that guy. Keith still probably would have came back and could have regained his #1 position at the division, you know, because he just beat Manny Pacquiao. But you did drop the ball, bro. You did. And not saying that you're not a top welterweight or the fights ain't good, but you did lose some steam after you lost to Manny Pacquiao. You've been out for 2 years. You said your body healed up. You're feeling better than ever. You're willing to take on anybody at the moment. But I just see you seeing the welterweight division kind of passing you by, being out them 2 years. You want to come back and get right back in the mix, which is nothing wrong with it. But when you talking about Errol Spence Jr., bro, you trying to say, humans are emotional, like he been emotional about some shit. Cut the bullshit out, Keith. You understand it totally what Earl is saying and what's going on, bro. You understand that. And now you just getting a taste of your own medicine, bro. Period. You're getting a taste of your own medicine. Errol Spence looking at you like, I want to fight Turnbull Crawford because that fight is on the table. That's the hottest fight at the welterweight division after Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? If you can put yourself in position to face Ugas and get that WBA, yes, then we'll be like, oh, yeah, let's get Errol Spence to keep going. Like, I still want the fight. But right now, the buzz is really Errol Spence and Turnbull Crawford. That's the buzz at the welterweight division. That's the buzz. Now, I'm not pissed off if we can pull out, like I said, Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, because that shit will be fire. It will be fire. Like I said, Keith Thurman is still good for the sport. He is, bro. He make the welterweight division that much more deeper. But don't come back and try to save face and make it as if you had a plan that, oh, man, I'm going to wait down the line and then, man, Earl going to be this much more bigger and we going to make this amount of money. Nah. I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying that. Your ass is up there. Your ass trying to play the big dog role. You know Errol Spence was the biggest threat in the division, right? And you was trying to wait to get that fight. Just call it for what it is. He was the real threat. He was more of a threat than I feel like Porter and Danny, right? And I was trying to stall as long as I could. And that's exactly what you was doing, bro. You was stalling for as long as you could. It ain't about, devalue and this, that, and all that shit. You knew them body shots was just going to tear your ass up. Like them body shots will still tear your ass up today. You understand me? But now Errol Spence is in position, and you know that you get a big payday with him. So, of course, you're going to want the fight. And plus, you don't hold titles anymore. You're coming off an L. So, of course, you're going to want that fight. Of course. And I don't knock you. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. But keep it real, bro. Keep it real. Because you really bullshit. You're trying to put some words together and make it sound good on your behalf on why you didn't fight Errol Spence at the time where people wanted to see you fight Errol Spence. You were trying to play the Floyd Money Mayweather role, and you won Floyd. You know what I mean? You won Floyd. Because I was in a more powerful political position and all that shit. We not trying to hurt that kid. We not trying to hurt. You should have got your ass in the ring with ESJ. Y'all both was on the same side. You had 2 titles. He had 1 title. It was 3 belts on the line still. Right? Still 3 belts on the line. Just like it would have been 3 belts on the line. I mean, sorry. If Manny Pacquiao would have been reinstated, it would have been 3 belts on the line with Pacquiao and Errol. You still would have been 1 step closer to undisputed. So you got to miss us with the bullshit, Keith. You got to miss us with it. Errol Spence came away hotter commodity after beating Kell Brook. And last time I checked, Errol wanted to fight you after he beat Kell Brook. You did? Now let's cut the bull crap. Now, right now, I do want Errol to try to look at Keith Thurman and make him an opponent. But we all know Errol say he only got 2 more fights left at the welterweight division. Then he going to 154. You know, he been at the division. He been at the welterweight division his entire career. And, you know, he tired of making 147. He tired of making 147, bro. We all know that those, 7 pounds can make a big difference, homie. That shit makes a big difference. That's like when it come down to crunch time, losing those 7 pounds, yeah, that shit make a big difference. You able to keep 7 pounds on you, yeah, that's going to make Errol Spence that much more stronger, that much more hungrier. So we'll see if Keith Thurman can pull a rabbit out the hat and try to get the Ugas fight to get that scrap and probably get the Errol Spence fight. Or will he go up to 154 and try to face Errol at 154 like he say he will? I'll chase you to 154. You know what I'm saying? But Keith, at the end of the day, I got Errol Spence folding you up. Quit playing that bullshit role like, oh, man, yeah, I wanted to fight, but I would just go wait out so we can make the most money. Nah. You didn't want that fight because you know Errol was your most dangerous opponent, and more than likely, he was going to fold your ass up like a lawn chair. You felt them body shots before them body shots even touched you, bro. Let's keep it true. Errol Spence was coming up on the rise, smoking shit, and that boy was on fire, and you just knew. Once I go up against that boy, he's the truth, I might not make it out that ring. You did? I might not make it out that ring. So at the end of the day, we got to call a spade a spade. And I'm going to call a spade a spade. Now, Thurman was hurt in a few of them years, but it was still times where he was in position to face Errol Spence when he was trying to face other fighters like Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao, and Conor McGregor. You feel me? And he wanted no parts of Errol. The tables has turned. Errol Spence is the big fish. He's the big dog. What he say goes at the division. Arguably what he wants he's going to get. That's just trail shit because his name is getting bigger and bigger. And if you go out here and defeat Manny Pacquiao, it's going to put him on a bigger plateau and make him an even more bigger superstar in the game. So, Monty Brown want to see Keith Thurman versus Errol. Let's not get it twisted. But if Errol say he's going and he got other plans, I'm not going to be mad at him either. You feel me? I'm not going to be mad at him either. So we'll just see how Errol want to play his career out and move on this chessboard now that he's the big dog and he in his position. And he ain't ducking no smoke from nobody. But he go do what's best for him and what he feel like he should do, you know, to put him in position to be, you know, a Hall of Fame fighter when his career is over with. And we'll just see how it play out. But shouts out to Keith Thurman. I wish him nothing but the best. Let's see what he face on the way back. Shouts out to my dude ESJ. August the 21st is on the way. Stay strong, stay smart, stay sharp, and do what you got to do to get your hand raised, champ. Until then, this your boy Monty. It's the NSBC moving. Anybody safe in these streets? Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.